We were speaking a little bit in the hydration break where it was a bit slow. And I think in this action, Merino has this great striker mentality. He scores important goals, and here he plays the free kick very quick. And then as soon as Ferran Torres receives the ball, he sees Merino in the space, and it's such a great finish in front of the goalkeeper. And here we see the Portugal players, they switch off, and then as soon as you play the ball, the movement is very fluid and great composure in front of the keeper. Maybe here Ruben Dias could go and tight a little bit on Ferran. He arrives late, and as soon as the ball goes through, it's a very good goal.
I thought Torres was excellent when he come onto the pitch, and the changes Spain made the difference. So yeah, this is pattern to play with Spain, 1-2 touch. This is when Spain at the best. They're very difficult to get close to. For the defender, you don't know whether you want to get tight or you want to drop off because they have runners running behind you. And this is a typical Spain goal where you see all the patterns, the movements, all the excitement which they play with, and the fluidity which they play with. There's all evidence in this goal.
Yeah. That's what they were crying out for the whole game. Just
the mentality as well to get the ball, because maybe in the 90th minute you say let's cross it in the box, but the way you want to play quick, you want to create a chance. And Ferran Torres, normally he has been playing a striker number 9. He came off on the left wing, and I think I agree with you, Wayne, that he put on a different energy, different pace, and was a great turn. It's not easy to receive half space and then control and a great ball through the space. And
that was in the 91st minute. It seemed to really kind of wake Portugal up to the idea that they were going out of this World Cup, because they had a couple of great chances then, didn't they, in the dying moments?
They did, and they put a few more balls into the box, and you see Bernardo Silva making the box, and he's obviously not the tallest player, but he gets himself in the middle of the goal, and he probably should do a little bit better, if I'm being honest. And we see a little bit with his former teammate Rodri in there as well, which I think is good because it shows they're committed to the country he's trying to do well. And again, right at the end here, Neves' chance was it, and maybe Ronaldo can just throw himself at it. I think maybe if he throws himself at it here, he's offside as well, I think.
Frustration this was at the end of the game, though, that they didn't do this more in the second half.
They waited too long,
and you've waited to go down and concede a goal to then have those opportunities and crosses in the box. And I still question that maybe the substitutions from Martinez. And
was he waiting on for extra time coming, do you think, to make those substitutions? Was that what he was looking at?
Time waits for no man, does it?
It was weird that Ramos didn't come on, because the impact he had, we spoke before the game, and just not having minutes.
It's the gamble, isn't it? We've seen Spain make some really good subs, and that really helped them. And that's the gamble you take, whether you try and get to extra time to bring your players on and reorganise your team. And unfortunately for Portugal, it just didn't pay off.
We talk about the perfect time to score, and actually for Spain, if you're going to have a 1-0 in a World Cup knockout game, that's exactly when you want to do it, because, had they scored earlier in the half, Portugal might well have made a little bit more positivity, and those changes might have come.
Well, I was praying it was in, normal time for everyone. They don't have to stay up any longer. But yeah, it felt like they needed that to happen. And the subs made a huge difference, that intensity, that clinical edge. But yeah, for them to score in that time just gives Portugal very limited minutes then to obviously create any opportunities, which they did. If that had gone in, obviously that would have been amazing, and we would have been praising Martinez for the substitute he had made. But it didn't work out in the end, and actually for Spain it was a huge advantage for what they did in the subs, making a huge impact. That team togetherness and who he brought on in the right areas at the right time.
What has Spain got to do then, do you think, if they're going to be convincing in the next round, the quarterfinals, and look like a team that can go on and win this tournament?
First of all, they kept another clean sheet record.
Which is 609 minutes, and 6 successive clean sheets,
so that gives a lot of confidence. They are a very solid team. Yeah, maybe we didn't see the best outcome of the attacking players. We've seen sometimes Jamal not making the right pass, where we are used to always to make the right decision up front. But I see a team very solid, very compact. They all play together. Again, the subs made the difference, which in this kind of tournaments is very important. So I see a team that is growing, even though maybe tonight we didn't see the other best, but still they got it.
Well, tell me what it'd be like back home in terms of the reaction to that. Because I'm just thinking, if England got through with a performance like that, there'd probably be a bit of negativity around it, wouldn't there? And a sense that perhaps this team isn't going to go all the way.
I don't think there will be any negativity comments around the team, because you know, we know that Portugal, they're a very good team, and it was not going to be easy and just win 3-0 like against Austria in the last round, but they
And you're
compete
the
very
European
well.
champions, and you've won this more recently.
Yeah, I was going to say that you won the Euros.
So we have a
Bit more
some confidence. Yeah.
But I think for Spain, they've got such a young team, but they're already winners. So I think that's a big thing. I think it's more for Portugal. I think Portugal will be very disappointed because they've caught Spain not at the best this evening. And I think they've let Spain off the hook. I think Portugal lacked a little bit... Both teams lacked a bit of intensity and a bit of endeavour, I thought, this evening. But Spain have found a way to win the game. So you'd expect Spain as one of the favourites. I still think Spain are one of the favourites to go and win the competition.
And as for Portugal, you've already alluded to the fact that this is an incredibly talented crop of players, and actually some of them will potentially be heading towards, you know, the end of their World Cup life, if you like, and might not make the next one. But this is a team that could still go on and achieve great things in a European Championship in a couple of years' time. What do they need to do with whoever it is that takes over?
Well, for me, it's the start of a new era for them. When you lose a player like Ronaldo, I think maybe some players might have felt in the shadow of Cristiano, which is normal, you know, what he's done in the game. So for some of them players there, now it's their time to go in and be the main man for Portugal. Cristiano's been in for so long, and it's a new opportunity for some of the more senior players to take that responsibility, but for younger players to come through. So I think as disappointed as they'll be now with going out of the competition, I think this is the start of a new era for them.
OK, in the early hours of this morning and slightly later than planned due to bad weather, England beat Mexico 3-2 at the Azteca to reach the quarterfinals. What a night it was.